Everybody's take on Israel Adesanya is wrong. Kenny's takes are dumb and MMA chases are smart but not holistic. Izzy is getting caught because he slowed down. Izzy is also getting caught because the division has caught up to him skillfully, tactically, as well as physically. He also fights in a way that A, relies on his reactions, and B, can cost him. And that has happened for many fights now, before his losing streak, I would say. If someone's actions would be a mistake in a certain style of fighting, MMA allows you to take them to that style and use that, as seen in the Strickland, Pereira, Blachowicz, and Duplessis fights, as well as Imavov. For example, you see Adesanya's hands down all the time. You know your boxing coach is telling you to put your hands up, especially against the cage where you can't even lean back. Now, a lot of people will call him washed. However, he is not washed. However, just looking at tape, even when he wins, you can tell a lot about a fighter. For example, versus Paulo Costa, I could tell that he disliked being in boxing range. He started kicking from out of range. He was heavy on the front foot, but he loved to lean back, which opens up takedowns. He has a long, rangy man's game with his jab, his kicks from the outside, the oblique kick, the front kick, the T kick, the question mark kick, all these kicks. He had great lateral movement and wanted a lateral battle where he can throw shots from outside your range, and when you come in, exit off on an angle. But 90% of his punches I saw, including knockout in my opinion, were get-off-me punches. They were thrown for the pure purpose of warding off danger and getting people away from him so that he can kick at them for 12 rounds. Against Dricus Duplessis, which is one he lost, he had a lot of naked kicks, but on the front foot, although he almost looked jittery, he looked very good. His arsenal going forward is very varied, it works very well, it's very good pressure. However, he likes to be on the back foot, right? So when he has his hands low, he takes advantage of his reach advantage by popping the jab up from outside division. When you watch an Adesanya fight, you see whoever's occupying space and controlling range seems to be having a good time. Now, what this means is when someone is coming towards you, occupying space is when you stand your base. Whereas making up space would be because the other person's going backwards, you're throwing further and possibly overextending. And obviously, you can leave space so that they have to come into that space. Now, in the DDP fight, he was taken down whilst going forward and attacking, which made me realize that when he's going forward, there are very few knees and these vertical threats that would make someone not want to shoot, which is what I saw when DDP shot, and that's when you have those open hits when you're throwing and leaning back and all these things. You open up your hits for that takedown. And in the Dricus Duplessis fight, you saw that he was boxing with DDP when DDP was clearly off balance or shelling up. Ironically, playing possum could bait him in, even though what he did to Pereira was playing possum and then got that knockout. He did very well going forward though. His hips were open, but he got a great sprawl on DDP. He was flying, but DDP did look gassed at the time. DDP always looks gassed with 100% stamina. You know, he has a fake gas tank, but he also got taken down by Pereira, and we cannot forget this. Pereira is quite possibly, Pereira and Khalil Roundtree are the two people who are least likely to take you down, and Adesanya probably would get taken down by both of them. And when he's grappling, if he doesn't get you off, if he doesn't sprawl, shuck off, get the underhooks, he will give up his back immediately. If it was against, size parity Aljo, it would be dangerous. And it is worth noting that with this, all these stylistic factors, right, that, I can take advantage of how he leans back or how he has his hands low so I can throw straight punches, get in, cut off the ring. Whilst there are stylistic advantages and he has faced trouble, it is worth noting that he has slowed down. However, on offense, he still looks impeccable. But on the back foot, he is now getting caught. Because the way he fights on the back foot, hands down, keep you far away, it's relying on defenses. And it creates a style of fighting where once you get into a fight with somebody who's going to fight differently than Paulo Costa, Jared Cannonier, short man Gastelum, slightly shorter than me, hopefully, Whittaker, right? When it's not these guys who can't reach you, it's going to be a lot difficult. Even in the second fight with Whittaker was out jabbing him. There's a 5-6 inch height difference, over 6-inch reach difference for these guys. Whittaker shouldn't even be able to be in the same ring as him without being jabbed. So, is Israel Adesanya washed? Mentally, yes. Physically, he's declining, but not useless. But one more loss, and he will be called washed from everybody, from every corner of the earth. There's a lot of hate on him. I might be a proponent of some of that, personally, but it's worth noting of how much he's done for the sport, how much he did during lockdown and all these times. It's just tough seeing a great fall. And everybody will laugh at you on the fall, even though they're all there for the come up.